All right, so let's begin by talking about a reducing balance loan, which we've seen previously. So let's zoom in here and make sense of it. Okay, I want you to imagine something for the moment. You walk into the bank and the bank loans you $100. And the bank says, we're going to charge you 10% interest on this $100 every month. So every month they charge you 10% interest. So that means in the first month, they take your $100 and they times it by 1.1. And that means the amount of interest that is accrued in that first month is $10 because 10% of 100 is $10. But you're also going to make repayments on this loan and you're going to make $15 repayments on this loan, $15 repayments. Okay, so as you can see there, minus 15. Now here comes the important thing. Do you see how my repayment is bigger than the interest? And because of that fact, what's going to end up happening is that your loan is going to decrease. It went from $100 down to $95. And the reason for that, again, is because your repayment is bigger than the interest that is being accrued. And what that means is that your repayment is going to do two things. It's going to cover the interest, and it's also going to pay back a little bit of the principal. That's what it's going to do. It's doing two things there. It's paying off a bit of the interest and it's paying off the interest and it's paying off a bit of the principal as well. And that's why it's decreasing there. So you're covering the interest and then you're paying back a little bit of the principal. Then you go into your next month. So in your next month, you got your $95. You need to figure out what 10% of that is. That's going to mean that the interest that is going to be charged in the second month is $9.50. But again, you're making a $15 repayment here. And that $15, this $15 is greater than the interest being charged. So what that means, what that means is, again, I'm going to decrease the value of the loan. And the reason why it's going to decrease is because your repayment here is going to cover the interest, and also a bit of the principal as well. Can't spell. Principal. I think that's how you spell it. Principal as well. That's how it's working. I think I misspelled principal. Is that how you spell it? Principal? Yeah, it just looks wrong, but it's correct. That's how it's working there. So, as you can see here, I've just done the recursion a whole bunch of times. It started off with $100, then $95, then $89, then $83, then $76. The reason why it's going down is because your repayment is covering both the interest and a bit of the principal. So if we were to really visualize this, if we were to come to this graph here and said, you know what, we started off with $100 as our loan, but over time, it's going to go down, 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 down until it gets to $0 because I'm making payments on both the interest and the principal. All right, that is a reducing balance loan. Let's now venture into interest-only loans.